You know how many people always say, I can't wait until Shtf. Man, I'm gonna rise to the occasion. I am the lone wolf. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Yet, right now, in good times, you do none of it. Zero. At all. Period. You stay sitting at home in your comfy couch, eating cereal, Doritos, whatever it is, you know, just getting bigger and bigger and letting time pass. And of course, your fingers are really strong because this is your battle rifle. Guys, I can't wait until Shtf. Let me put it like this. You know what? At this point, I'm with you, buddy. I am with you. I cannot wait until Shtf. You know what? I survived one already. I can do it again. I hope I can do it again. I'm a lot older, hopefully a lot wiser. I think I'll be okay. You know, I was just looking around and I was talking to Mrs. D the other day. And I asked her, hey, you think we'll be okay for an Shtf? And she looked at me and she's like, oh, because we haven't lived like it for the past 20 years. And I laugh and I say, well, we have, you know, resources and whatnot, but how about if we don't have resources anymore? And she looked at me and she's like, what, like you have been gathering since we moved to Alaska, that we got here with literally the back over our shoulders, and you made a homestead and you did this, and it's like now everything is like boom. I said, okay, you got good points in here, but yet again, Shtf happens. What do you thought? She's like, Billy, life will not change for us. And that is the reality. Life will not change for us at all. The toilet will not flush because we do not have a flushing toilet. We will continue to be using our composting toilet that we have been using. We will be still hauling water, whether it's collecting water from the rain, whether it's going to the local spring. We will do something. We will get the water. We may not be able to bathe every day, but we still will get water. We have a holding tank that holds 1,000 gallons. It is in the works to get a second one, another 1,000 gallons. It is in the works. When it comes to food, we hunt as much as possible. We truly do. In fact, we don't raise chickens because every year, August 1st, man, when those bird hunting season opens up, Billy is out there. And this little tool right here, that people complain that it's a toy, these little things, these little 22s, give me all the bird meat that I need. Because I go every single week. 2, maybe 3 times a week. I jump on that ATV and then I go. And then I try to get my limit. And last gets his limit. And last year was the first year that we run out of wild birds. Because last year's winter sucked. Hunting is the same thing. You know, large animals. We get skunk. But we try the best we can. We go as much as possible. Now, when it comes to hunting on large games, I will say this, is they are not as plentiful as small games. That's why the 22 will be your friend. The 22 will put meat on the table. The other ones, it's a lot more sporadic. And the way I see it in my area, you may be different, probably are, but in my area, 9 out of 10, you will come back with 0 large animal. 9 out of 10. If it's different for you, put it down in the comment section below. If you are in Alaska, let me know if 9 out of 10 is right. Maybe different for you. Again, it's different for everybody. Now, that's does not mean that I'm flying to where the animals are. That's not. No. I don't use local guides or anything like that. Every location that I go, it's because I scout the area 3, 5, 6 times. Because that's another thing. You have to go up there and do it. But SHTF is going to happen. A lot of people are going to go to the woods. Woods that you had never gone to. Okay, so you're going to get lost. Oh, you have a compass? But do you know how to use it? Do you even have a map? Probably not. Do you have an inReach? Do you have a way to charge it? Have you looked up our playlists to make sure that you have the items that you need? Because if it works for us, it's definitely going to work for you. And if it doesn't work for you, at least get ideas. At the end of the day, you have to start understanding the SHTF is not going to be rainbows and flowers, rainbows and unicorns, or rainbows and, parades. There's going to be a lot of rainbows and a lot of bodies, unfortunately. I said before and I will say it again. The SHTF that we're going to experience here in the US is going to be catastrophic. Mainly because the ability that we have to send projectiles. That's the problem. It's not much of a problem. It's just a fact. It's going to happen. People are going to get panicky because people here in the US don't know what a struggle is. Now, I hear, and this is predominant in the black community, because I have a lot of black friends. And I always give them a hard time when they say to me, "Oh, the struggle is real, man." I was like, "What struggle, dude? Your mama makes the best food in the whole world. You have a bed to sleep on. You have air conditioning. Man, look, do you see that AC unit in your window? Shut the hell up, man. We ain't got none of that crap in Cuba. Mosquitoes were eating us alive. We had to sleep inside a mosquito net because otherwise we couldn't sleep. Even if we get even with that, we get our hands close to the mosquito net, man, those suckers will go through it and they will bite. We will wake up in the morning full of bumps everywhere. Water, to bathe, it was a bucket. Man, you spent 30 minutes under that shower. When we needed to use the restroom, there was no toilet paper, man. We got newspapers and we just wrote them in and, to make it as soft as possible. Our butts were, they have master's degree, how much they read. Shut up, man. Come on. The struggle is real. They always had a good laugh. and I don't want to throw anything out there. Just be mindful, guys, that if you say that you can't wait into SHTF, you better be prepared. You better be really accustomed to eat the same thing over and over and over. Because how many times you heard people saying like, "Oh, we need to have diversity because food fatigue." I have been eating, and I'm going to bring Mrs. D so she can testify. I have been eating the same thing for the past 6 months. Same exact thing. 6 months in a row now. And she looked at me and she's like, "Don't you get bored?" I was like, "What are you talking about? This is food, man. It's keeping my belly full. I don't care. I grew up this way." People here are just too accustomed, like, well, if I'm going to eat a macaroni and cheese today and I have little wieners that I put in there, Vienna sausage, tomorrow I need to have burgers and I can't eat the same thing over and over. That's because you had never gone hungry. That's the problem. That is the problem. So you can't wait to SHTF. I can't wait either. I'll tell you what, I can't wait until SHTF. We're going to win out all those fake preppers out there. We're going to win out a lot of folks who hide behind the good book. And I was reading this one because this one has sentimental values for me. This one was actually gifted to me by one of my student councils when I was in college, and she was of the faith, and she gave it to me and wrote a passage and whatnot. And from time to time, I bring it out and I read the passage and whatnot, and I just go through it. But this one does have a sentimental value. But SHTF, you're gonna have to close it. Close it. Look. Close it. Put it to the side and forget about the commandments in there. Forget about everything. This will be a hindrance to you. I'm telling you this right now. All messing around outside and whatnot, you're gonna have to make decisions that it is not recommended in here. I'm telling you that right now. And of course, I would love to hear your thoughts on the matter, because I always hear it. I can't weigh into SHTF. Well, let me put it like this. What is your primary rifle? Do you have a 30 caliber? I'm a proponent of 30 caliber. Look, let's cut here in half. And I'm not even going to recommend you the 308 today. I will say get the 762 by 39, the AK-47 round. Get something like that. That's a 30 caliber, big hole. You guys know what I say. Big hole in the meal jug. You know, we'll empty the meal jug faster. Oh, it's more expensive. Big hole. Put the threat down faster. Do you have parts? Like this one, I was actually doing inventory on this one. And I'm doing that because I ordered 2 more. Because you never know. Well, I know what is coming. I just want to be extra ready. And, you know, I was going through it and I was like, do I have firing pins for that? I do have firing pins. This ones are being, like, they say that, well, the extractor is not as good. Do we have extractors? We have extractors. Put away. You know, charging handles. Do we have the adapters to put the shooters on? Oh, we have. Do we have part for other ones? Definitely. How about the 1022? Do we have recoil springs? Ooh, we have recoil springs. Do we have firing pins? I showed you that the other day. Extra barrels for those 1022s. Ammunition. How much ammunition do you have? You see, guys, you know, can't wait to SHTF gets here. My life will not change. It will not change. You know, I already have parts for the next ones that are coming, because I usually tend to change the pistol grip. I change the stock, and I usually add this things right here. Oh wait, no, this is something else. These rail covers, because they have grip. And actually I like this color better. I don't like the black, just a black rifle completely. I like it change in like desert tan. That's just my preference. But you know, the pistol grip, I like having the ability of having oil in there in case that I need it. If I take it to the field, you gotta understand these tools are meant to use in the field, not just the shooting range. So yeah, like I said, you know, extra grips for the ones that are coming soon. I even have the sights, because they don't come with sights. This one has off sights, but the next ones I may leave one without the scope, and I'm gonna just use iron sight, you know, just for it. And of course, the stock. Again, it's just, this is now more preference than anything else. But you see what I'm saying? It's like I can't wait into SHTF. I'm with you, man. Let it happen. Let the cleansing begin. We need it. We need it because nowadays we find more challenge people than none. I will say that it is hard to hold an intelligent conversation now with people. Really hard. People are just blind. That's why my group is so small. And I think my group is a very strong one. You guys know exactly who you are. Otherwise, you wouldn't have my phone number. Anyway, guys, for those who say they can't wait into SHTF, I am with you. I cannot wait either. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we get a cleansing that is, in my opinion, way overdue. With that being said, God bless you, and I hope to see you in the next one.